So welcome to my channel. This channel and this video, what we're going to do today is how can you find the time if you're struggling around work, you've got life commitments, blah, blah, blah. You got to get up at 6 and you got to be for work for 8 and you don't get back until 5 or 6 again, or you're doing a shift work, you're doing 12 hours, so you're not back until 6, 14 hours, 8 o'clock, you're not back until 8 p.m. How can you meal prep? Well, how can you get to the gym? More importantly, how can you start with your fitness? A lot of people will say, blah, blah, I can't be fit, I can't be fit. These celebrities have a lot of time on their hands and they've dedicated a lot of their cooking and their work to other people. Bills are managed for them. Whereas for us, we don't have that luxury. So for the typical normal person, how can you get your dream physique, and not just physique, health? How can you get that? And we're going to deep dive into that today. Well, not deep dive, but we're going to go over some solutions. So that'll be it. So solution number one is quality over quantity. So if you're exercising, you learn your sets and your reps. You want to have quality sets, not as many. You don't have to, you don't have to do 5 sets. You can do 3 quality sets where you go slow on the eccentric portion of the exercise, and I will go into eccentric, and that will activate the muscle fibers and work them more intensely. Therefore, you don't have to do as many. So quality over quantity. So you don't need to be in there for an hour and a half. You can be doing 3 times a week, 45 minutes, 30 minutes. Even if it's just a beginning phase, you don't have to jump straight into 5 days a week. But a great starting point would be 30 minutes, 3 days a week, So quality over quantity. Next is the ability to do the full body split. So doing a full body split means working all the different muscle groups in the body. Usually you work, chest, back, legs, shoulders separately. But if you feel like you're going to miss a workout or not, a full body split will be great, and more functional exercises, how you move in real life, will work for most people, I think. So a full body split, therefore, you are focusing on more compounds, do not 1 compound exercise per muscle group, and then you engage in more muscles rather than just focusing on isolation and going in there for hours. Because I knew, I at my gym, there's a guy, he spends like 3 hours in the gym, and he's doing exercises, and he's over there on the bench. You do 5 sets on there, and then it's almost like he works there with us because he's there for so long. So that is my second tip. Tip number 3 is get some automatic appliances like a air fryer. You get like ones that like cook stews, and it's all automatic. Rice cooker, so you can set these while you're at the gym or at work, and it's all cooked for you. You set it in the morning before you go, put the dial on and do all the details, and you set them all. So getting automatic appliances can help with that as well. Also with this, meal prepping, like I said in previous videos, if you haven't got the time, try a meal prep. If you are using the frying pan, you haven't set the rice cooker that day, try and do like double the amount so you've got enough for the next day. If you need to weigh it and all that to know the proteins, because you're just starting, then that's good as well. But eventually you do get used to it, and you can see visually how much protein there is in that piece of chicken or beef or steak. You can just know how much protein there is in that portion just by looking at it visually. And also flexible dieting. So that's quite an overused term, but from my perspective, you've got to be a bit flexible in your dieting. You really do want to try and get into a routine where you're cooking whole foods. We know the processed foods, ultra processed foods is what I mean. We know they're not great for us, so it's good to be quite time conscious and so time conscious also. But if you haven't done it that day, then it's all right to get something that isn't as optimal, if that makes sense. But if you try and also use cooking appliances just to make small healthy snacks for the week, and then at least you got it for the week, and you only have to do it probably as you cook the one meal when you're in the kitchen, so you're not in and out of the kitchen loads of times at the weekend, cooking different meals and snacks. But if you do it at the same time with your food that you're cooking, if you cook these snacks, then you've got them for the week. But if you don't manage to do it, you can go to the shop and get what you need, but don't feel guilty about it. But just try and eat whole foods the majority of the time. The 20-80 rule, 20%, 80% rule, if you want to do the 90%, 10% rule, that's going to be a good way to work within this society that we are in now. So yeah, so there are my tips. I hope this helps you. Also, I forgot one actually. You might have the time, you might feel like you don't have the time, but there might be a deeper reason why you are struggling. And that could be because you don't feel energized anymore. You know, you feel exhausted from work, and that can make you, make you feel like you haven't got the time. So if you are feeling really exhausted from work, maybe go and get your vitamin D levels checked, see if your thyroid's functioning right. Are you spending all your time in fight or flight mode throughout the day? Because that can exhaust you with time. So there's a lot of factors that come into play, but the real reason for a lot of people, I think, is because a lot of people are exhausted from work more so than the time, and they need a bit of time just to recuperate and stuff. People can take what they're called, energy boosters such as caffeinated drinks and energy drinks, coffees and stuff, but I don't think in the long run relying on that method isn't right. So I feel like you have to get to the core problem of why you are struggling with energy after a long day. Maybe you need to get those things checked. So that is my video today. I hope you liked it. Comment, like and subscribe. And also comment below, what do you think of this? Do you think, are you struggling with time, or are you struggling with your energy? How do you cook? Do you struggle to cook all your meals? Do you buy your meals as well? Do you buy loads of ready meals, or do you buy loads of ultra processed foods? Are you trying to switch from ultra processed foods to whole foods and healthier options? What are you struggling with now? Comment below if you comment down below, or do you disagree? Do you think you're just gonna eat junk or so? But yeah, so comment below. I'd love to hear you, and thank you for watching, and I'm out. See you later.